The higher you rise, the less room there is for truth, because at the top, everything is an image. Amara stood beneath bright lights, cameras flashing, voices calling her name. She smiled the way she had practiced, measured, confident, untouchable. "You're becoming one of the most talked-about figures in the party," a reporter said. She nodded. "I'm just doing the work." But that wasn't entirely true anymore. At home, it was quiet. Too quiet. Daniel sat on the couch, the TV playing something he wasn't watching. "You're late," he said. "I told you I had an event." "You always have an event." She didn't respond, just placed her bag down, removed her heels, moved like he wasn't there. "You looked happy," he said. She stopped, slowly turned. "I was working." That's not what it looked like. Silence, because they both knew what he meant. His name was never said, but his presence was everywhere. In the photos, in the mentions, in the tone of her voice when she spoke about meetings. "You trust him?" Daniel asked one night. "I trust what he represents." "And what's that?" "Opportunity." That answer stayed with him longer than anything else. They stopped eating together, stopped talking about anything real. Conversations became updates, short, functional. "Are you coming home tonight?" "I don't know." And slowly, he stopped asking. That night, Daniel stood in the doorway of their bedroom, watching her sleep, peaceful, distant, unreachable, and for the first time, he didn't feel love. He felt something else. And that's when things started to change. Silence doesn't happen all at once. It builds, piece by piece, until one day, there's nothing left to say. Daniel didn't confront her anymore. He observed her schedule, her calls, her habits, not out of control, not yet, but out of something quieter. Need. Amara barely noticed. She was too focused, too busy becoming something bigger. "You'll understand eventually," she said once. Daniel nodded, but he wasn't sure that was true. It started as an accident. She left early, didn't say where she was going, so he followed. At a distance, careful, quiet. The city felt different like this, colder, more distant. She entered a building Daniel didn't recognize. No political signs, no official presence, just a door, and a name he didn't know. He waited. Minutes felt like hours. Then she came out, and she wasn't alone. The man from the photos, closer now, real. They were talking, close, comfortable, too comfortable. Daniel didn't hear what they said, but he didn't need to. He watched them separate, watched her walk away, then made a decision. He stepped out of the shadows and followed the man instead, because now he needed answers. There are things you can't unsee, moments that stay with you, long after they're over. This was one of them. Daniel kept his distance. The man didn't notice him, didn't look back, didn't hesitate, which made it easier, and somehow worse. The man stopped outside another building, took a call. Daniel stayed just close enough to hear fragments. "She's ready." Timing matters. Keep him out of it. Him. Daniel's chest tightened. This wasn't just about her. It was about something bigger, something planned, and he wasn't part of it. He didn't wait, didn't think. "Who are you?" Daniel asked. The man turned slowly, calm, unbothered. "You shouldn't be here," he said. "That's my wife." A pause. Then, a small smile. "I know." "Then explain what's going on," Daniel demanded. The man stepped closer. "Your wife is becoming very important." "I know that." "No," the man said quietly. "You don't." The man looked at him differently now, measured. "If you care about her," he said softly, "stay out of her way." Daniel didn't move. "Or what?" The man held his gaze. "Or you won't recognize what she becomes." That night, Daniel returned home. Amara was already there, sitting in the dark, waiting. "You followed me," she said. Not a question. A fact. Daniel didn't deny it. And for the first time, she looked at him like a stranger. And in that moment, they both knew there was no going back.